Hola, ¿qué tal? Hoy vamos a continuar nuestra exploración a México en la Unidad 2. Vamos a la escuela. We are continuing our exploration of Mexico. This week we are in Unit 2, and with that we're going to find out more information about our neighbors to the south, Mexico, and also we're going to compare and contrast different things such as Dia de los Muertos and Halloween. Right? So let's begin by finding more about Mexico. Well, Mexico, as you know, is down south, okay? And the capital of Mexico is right here in the middle. It's called Mexico DF, Mexico DF, Distrito Federal. Population in Mexico is 121,736,809. That's a lot of people. As a matter of fact, this place is the place where more Spanish speakers in the entire world exist. The capital is Mexico DF, Ciudad de Mexico. The money is el peso mexicano, and they speak Spanish, but they also speak Mayan languages, and all other languages, indigenous languages and dialects that they come from way before the Spaniards were around. And as I said before, this country is the place that has the most Spanish speakers in the entire world, even more than Spain. La comida típica, the typical food is tortillas, tacos, and enchiladas. Some famous people that you probably know is Carlos Fuentes, a writer, Salma Hayek, an actress, Maria Molina, and Thalia, a singer. Some things that we have to be aware is that Mexico has so many ancient ruins, just like Chichen Itza. The ruins often are ancient Mayans and also Aztec pyramids that have left a huge influence of these indigenous people. That is, they are no longer, but is still influence in the people and in the blood of many Mexicans. So, Dia de los Muertos is a Mexican Aztec tradition that we will explore in our quest in Classcraft. But now, let's compare about our lives, okay? What is it that we're going to learn here in this lesson? Well, we're going to talk about daily schedules and how they are different and similar to ours. And we're going to ask about telling time, how we're going to express telling time. We're also going to talk about, say what you have and have to do, say what you do and how often you do those things. We're going to talk about the verb to have, tener, and tener que, which is what you have to do, expressions that we use frequently in Spanish, and the conjugations of AR verb. Very important things that we're going to be learning in this chapter. Okay, as you can see, Mexicans and us, we have a lot of things in common. Okay, many things in common, and many things that are also different, just like any other culture. And let's begin exploring what is it that we're talking about. Well, we have two people here. We have Pablo and Claudia. Let's hear what Pablo and Claudia have to say, and then we'll go back and listen to analyze the vocabulary that they use. Here we go.
¿Qué hora es, Claudia?
¿Y tu reloj? Ay, Pablo, son las 9 menos cuarto.
Ay, es tarde. A las 9 hay examen en la clase de inglés. Pero necesito estudiar más. En la clase de inglés saco malas notas. Un 60.
¿Qué hay a las 10?
A las 10, clase de matemáticas. A las 11, clase de historia. A las 12:30, clase de español.
A la 1:30 de la tarde, hay clase de arte. Y a las 2:30 hay clase de ciencias.
Practico fútbol a las 5. Siempre llego temprano. ¿Qué horario? Nunca descanso.
Wow, he has a very packed schedule, but I think we also do have a very busy schedule, don't you think so? I think so. So, these are some of the words that we recognize from the vocabulary. Llegar, llegar a clase temprano, temprano. What does temprano means? Temprano means early. Llegar a clase temprano. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? El horario. El horario. El horario means schedule.
El horario.
We also have las matemáticas, las ciencias, el inglés,
El inglés.
las ciencias,
Las ciencias.
las matemáticas.
Las matemáticas.
And these are the subjects, son as asignaturas. La clase de matemáticas es a las 7 de la mañana. A las 7 de la mañana. La clase de ciencia es a las 8:10 de la mañana. La clase de inglés es a las 10:15 de la mañana. El arte.
El arte.
La historia.
La historia.
El español.
El español.
La clase de arte es a las 12:10 de la mañana. La clase de historia es a las 12:30 de la tarde. Y la clase de español es a la 1:30 de la tarde. In class, we'll go over each one of these and how to tell time. So just remember that after listening to this, we're going to use some of these vocabularies such as son, las, es la, siempre, contestar, tengo que, tomar apuntes. This is other part of the vocabulary that is important. De vez en cuando, which is once in a while.
De vez en cuando.
Once in a while. Muchas veces,
Muchas veces.
which means many times. And that it's all related to time, right? Nunca means never. Todos los días, every day. Casi, almost. Difícil, difficult. Fácil, easy. Difícil. Notice that this syllable right here, the second syllable, has a really tiny accent on it. It's because you're going to put emphasis on this syllable. Difícil. How about this one? Fácil. Don't say fácil, but say fácil. Hay, there is or there are. La hora, hour, time. El minuto, minute. Cuántos o cuántas means how many. So here we're also going to review the numbers, okay? It's very important to know the numbers as we learn at the beginning of the year, because that's how we're going to tell time, right? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 y 20. We'll review this in class. So today what you're going to be doing is a responder, activity responder. This is in page 87. You're going to click on this and you're going to listen and separate pieces on a piece of paper, write the words la mañana o en la tarde. But you have to listen to what these kids are doing at certain times. Okay, if it's in the mañana means in the morning, or en la tarde in the afternoon. Okay, then we're gonna go here and we're gonna get very familiar with time. Las clases de Claudia. Okay, so these ones are different classes. For example, here you have to identify Claudia's classes according to the time. A la 1:10. A la 1:10 Claudia tiene la clase de español. Notice that they use the verb tener, which is to have. Tiene, she has. So you will say, you'll start with a la if it's 1 o'clock. If it's after 1 o'clock, if it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, you will say a las. Okay? For ejemplo, here, a las 8:40, Claudia tiene la clase de arte. Correcto. A las 12, Claudia tiene la clase de historia. And so on and so forth. But you have all this to choose from. Okay, a las 11:45, a las 7:30, a las 12. We'll go over in class about these expressions of time. And finally, you're going to do activity 12. ¿Cuántas personas? How many people? Talk with another partner. So you're going to create a mini conversation with these questions right here. Chicos / historia. So you have chicos, history. So, and history is the subject. Historia y arte. 29. So you will ask, ¿cuántos chicos, how many chicos, hay en la clase de historia y arte? Remember, I means there is. No hay, but I. ¿Cuántos chicos hay en la clase de historia y arte? Hay 29 chicos en la clase de historia y arte. And that is what you have to do today. But before you go, I'll let you go. No, there's a very important grammatical note that I want to talk to you about. For numbers 21 and 31 and so on, use 21 with an accent in the U. 21 or 31. And so on before a masculine noun. 21, 31, and so on before a feminine noun. Hay 21 maestros en la escuela. Hay 31 personas en mi clase. That translates to there are 21 teachers in school, or there are 31 people in my class. So, again, if you have any questions on this, just don't hesitate to ask. Here you use cuántas personas, which is cuántas means how many. And here's cuántas chicas. You put I en la clase de matemáticas. And then to answer that, you will start with I, which is there is, and the number, 16 chicas en la clase de matemáticas. Ok. Hablamos pronto y a trabajar. Adiós.